to my pantry. It's not the typical pantry, but we have to make it work. We created this pantry, and I created this pantry because I live in a condo. We don't have a actual pantry, and the cupboards that I have weren't suitable just to create a pantry. And this pantry for me is basically overstock and to house a lot of our canned goods. We don't use a lot of canned goods because we don't have a lot. So the things that we would have in cans are some beans, tuna, some condensed milk, some evaporated milk. So it's not really overly stocked. So we don't have a lot of canned goods. So we just kind of incorporate everything in here that may be overstock, or we just don't have a space for it in our kitchen. We don't have a lot of food cupboard storage, so we had to come up with something that made sense. This is relatively new in terms of the amount of time that I've lived here, and my daughter purchased this, researched it, because I wish, I'm just gonna pan over here. So there, if you look up there, I'm gonna move the camera, there's cupboards right there. So there's nothing that I could put a cupboard that is tall, and there's nothing that thin that I could find. Maybe there would be one at IKEA because my girls have something slim in their bathroom, but I don't even think it would fit in there, or the door wouldn't be able to open. So there was just nothing that was suitable for here. So we had to find something that worked, that we can actually use efficiently. Like I said, we don't have a lot of canned goods, so these wouldn't make up a full cupboard, so to speak. Or say like the dry goods like flour, etc., we have a space for them. I have a container, and I have a space in the cupboard for the overstock. So anything that would be overstock that didn't fit in another cupboard, or we just didn't have a space for, because not a lot of things would go here. So this is just giving you a organization tip for you to organize your items such as these. So we put it here like this so that they don't overcrowd or get lost in a cupboard, because one, there's no space, or two, there's just one or two things. So if we're looking for something, especially like the canned goods up there, we immediately come here. Like I want to make tuna sandwich. I usually come here. I don't go to the cupboard. I look for beans in here, canned beans. I have a space for dry beans outside. But if there was a pack of dry beans that didn't fit in the container, because it just wasn't enough space in the container, I would put it here. And I would know or rice, same thing. So this is more for overstock. So this overturns a lot. So once the containers have been used and finished, that I take from this overstock, I would take from the overstock and put it into the container. So not everything in here is overstock, but some could be. So like if I buy, say coffee's on sale, I buy more than one, I'd put one in here and one on my coffee station. We have overstock of tea here because we have a little container out there that holds our teas and etc. Things like noodles and stuff like that, sardines, would mainly just be in here because we don't have a lot of it for it to fill a full cupboard. And again, I don't have the cupboard space to even put these things in here. This was more convenient for us. This was just, a game changer actually, because it freed up and let our cupboards not look so junky. Things wouldn't get lost. Like this is, especially for me, it's the height that I need it to be. It's the depth that I need it to be because I can see. Of course, I have to move a couple of things around, but even without moving things, I can still see what's in here. So this is not, so they are just like that shoe organization that I have. This is actually, here's some more. down here. This is actually 2. I want to get to that. That I was bringing the camera down, so I'm going to show you. This is actually 2. So it is stacked upon one on top of the other. So there is 3 shelves that belong on, that are in one cabinet. And I'm going to shut the door again so you can see just, you know, how wide it is in comparison to my hand. It's not very wide, and it's deep enough. Okay, so for the bottom one, what we house is, because this used to be, these things used to be out, some like in my stove or out on the counter, like, which is right beside here. And I'm gonna do a tour of that counter another time if you're looking to, again, get some space in your kitchen. And this is how we organize here. So we all like to bake and have different size baking sheets and cooking pans there. And it just, again, we don't have the cupboard space, and it couldn't all fit in the stove drawer. So we put them here. Nice and neat. I open it up, I can see which pan that I'm looking for. And this is all my daughter's organization. They put this together, and one of my daughters has actually, it's her, again, her baby. She had the thought, she asked questions and measured it out, and then here's the result of buying 2 separate cabinets off of Amazon. I'm not sure how much they cost, and here we obtain extra space, and we don't feel cluttered anymore. Those are extra teas down there, and again, the baking pan. So if we had like big bags of rice, which occasionally sometimes we do, I do have a big bag of flour because it was on sale and it just made sense to buy. But I have that housed in another location. But before, it used to be held here. And right now, this makes the most sense. So we have our disposable utensils. So sometimes when I'm taking to work, I can pull from here. And this comes with, like, you do takeout, or we have an event and there's leftovers, we will just put them here. We don't have plastic straws in Canada anymore, but so when we get some, we hold on to them. I love plastic straws. I know they're not that environmentally friendly, but they're, I love having them. This, you can see, recall that I had in my other decluttering videos that we got from the dollar store. See, we had a few of them, and then we just repurpose it. So I always suggest, shop your home, plan it out, just put it on a piece, draw it out on a piece of paper, see if it makes sense. What can you use to, you know, organize there? Shop your home first, and then go from there. So that's what we did. We shopped our home, and we use those also when we're having get-togethers. Again, for utensils, we'll just put it out there. It's just easier to decorate that way. And some napkins. I don't waste. If we get napkins in, again, takeout, and we don't use it, we put it here, because sometimes you can just grab for it and use it, and instead of just throwing it in the bag. These, again, cups. I saw a video on TikTok, I think it was, and it was about these, you know, making iced coffees at home and just having the feels. And also, it's good. I also use it, and my daughters have used it too when they're going takeaway. So for iced coffees, so I haven't made much iced coffees recently, but the time is coming again, and here we go. We can have that feels of actually having iced coffee like you would buy in at a store. So I just wanted to share this organizational tip. If you're looking to organize your kitchen and you don't know how you're going to do it because you don't have the cupboard space, you may have to invest in a system that works for you. We had shelves, plastic shelves. They're in my laundry room now, that we got from, I think it was Home Depot or Walmart. And at one point we were using that to try and do something. I always use basket or bin, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a cupboard like this. If you have a shelf, and I know IKEA has these open shelves. I have one in my craft room, and they have just an open, I think there's 4 shelves. You can also use that to create such storage or a pantry. If you don't have the cupboard space, or you don't have a dedicated room for pantry, you can do that as well. So this is just giving you some organizational tip, how you can organize your kitchen in an economical way, a way that best suits your family and your needs. So everybody, tell me what you think, and I hope you liked it. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.